Today is Tuesday, February 16th at 9:16 a.m. and I am still shaking somewhat from Sally, can't remember her last name, board member of Marina Towers, 501 Slater's Lane, 22314. And that now makes both of the big board members, of which I've gotten in their face as they were coming up on me. This whole mental health thing with David Harris, who, it is my professional opinion as a behavioral psychologist, is a sociopath with escalating tendencies towards women that he views inferior to himself, not inferior, sorry, and he bullies them to increasing levels. He even did it, his downfall was he did it to me during my recovery of my former veteran lover having murdered me. And he took advantage of my vulnerability for the past year until I slowly, 2.5 years into my recovery, slowly regained my voice enough to just say, stop! It becomes such a problem, the police come out and politely inform me they can't do a goddamn thing until he touches me, even though he is sexually harassing me to the point I had a mental breakdown. But unfortunately, harassment laws and such, even in the DC area, the mecca of the military and politics, well, they don't care what they do to fuck with your head as long as they don't touch your body. Funny thing for me, as a psyoper, as a person that had an established background in behavioral psychology before I even enlisted in psychological warfare, well, this is what I do, and I'm very good at it. And the fact that I am now a permanently disabled veteran with mental health issues, I have the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card as long as I don't transgress. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine, because I don't want to transgress anyway. But as far as getting up in your face, as far as making you stop transgressing on me, you can't do anything until I touch you. Fortunately for both of us, I'm a good person. All you have to do is the right thing. So, Sally, oh my god, let's back up to bald Marine man that is such a fucking Napoleon complex walking. Oh my god. Anyway, footage which I will not share out of human kindness and respect. But it's still, this story is... So, okay, the policeman told me I couldn't do anything until the asshole fucking touched me, right? Didn't matter if I had a mental breakdown because of his sexual harassment. Okay. So if I'm gonna push buttons, you go all the way. And I did. Mr. Overcompensating Marine comes down and gets in my face as we're awaiting the police's, arrival. For me, hi, it was so fucking funny because David Harris is a self-described arrogant black man. All labels, right? I even told him at the time, dude, you're giving me the ammunition to fight you with. I'm an arrogant black man. Okay, fine. Well, if I'm gonna pick a fight, what do I go after? Low-hanging fruit. And I'm very sorry for that because I respect all humans as compassionate, caring humans. But when you're not compassionate and caring, game on, bitch. So, I was racially offensive. My apologies to my good black friends. And karma is a bitch to bitches, son of a bitch. Because the cop that rolled up was a black friend of mine. And he's like, what the fuck, yo? And I'm like, hey, dude's being an ass, I had to pick a fight. And he's like, come on, people that know me, right? And if there's one thing I'm good at, it's picking a fight, especially when I'm standing on ground that's right. Okay, so that gets us to Grumpy Marine, right? Grumpy Marine's like, oh, I'm ashamed if you was a veteran. And I'm like, whoa, dude pulled the card out and stepped into my face, telling me he was ashamed of me as an American veteran. Motherfucker, please. Knowing anytime the police comes out, it's going to be a good support for my media push once the reality TV show kicks. Yeah. So I'm like, alright, right? And I went downstairs knowing the police were going to get called. I went downstairs knowing I was going to pick a fight. So I happened to have my combat boots on, right? Because you know, there's that feeling rolling in, right? So dude steps to me all up in my face. I'm ashamed of you as a veteran, right? I fucking without a beat, and the footage of this is hilarious because it's like getting like right up into his face, rolling up into his eyes, getting right on level with him, and yelling in his face, I am ashamed that you would allow a sociopath that abuses women to be in your house, Marine! The terror in his eyes was amusing. You see, the thing is that he had been harassing me for a year. I had been asking and begging even the board directly, even him directly, begging him for help to just make him stop. If he had such concern over me as an American veteran to have shame for me, then he should have had such concern for me to fucking protect me! I am a very gentle, caring, compassionate, loving person. I have just also been through a lot, and I will not stand for transgression. Well, Mr. Grumpy Marine now knows that. And, little Miss, oh my God, Sally, my ex-husband, I'm the widow of a veteran. Wow, then you too should have had more respect to fucking help me when I asked you. I begged you. And actually, in the same week, I dropped off a humidifier and tissues and some seed to seal essential oils to help her get over her cold. And a multi-page letter written and slid up under her door personally begging for help. Do you really think? Do you think? No? Why is it civilians seem to think no is an option? Why does actually, I love this. When I asked her earlier in the day, exactly, because, honey, this was going on, the little harassment building up, was going on for a year. The, holy shit, I'm losing my fucking mind, police shit was going on for several months. Okay, so we're not just talking, like, their behavior is beyond the realm of reason and draws public shame because they think, oh my God, even more disgusting They shamefully play the vet card themselves. Oh, well, as a veteran, the old dude, Napoleon's a veteran too. Well, as a veteran of the Vietnam conflict, then I'm ashamed of you. Really, fucker? Because I've been begging you for help. I've been willing to put a gun in my mouth fucking begging you for help. And you did nothing. Oh, but then that also gets to John McHugh. Because guess what? In this actually, Marina Towers really is genuinely a nice building overall. It's feet outside of the DC limits. It's the only building right on the Potomac. It's actually a really great place if people could just fucking respect their own actions. Let me rephrase. If they could have actions worth respecting. So John McHugh, former Secretary of the Army, he also lives in the building. Also been an individual in an outlet with his security team and whatever that I have reached out to for help. Fucking willing to stick a gun in my mouth, help! I'm fucking starting to shake again. So, I get it. Anyway, jump to the end. John McHugh gets out of the Army, okay, that way no more security team, he actually has freedom to act as a personal individual, blah, 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 whatever. We even have friends in common. And, dude's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, I feel personally, I've written letters of sorrow for suicides. Really, fucker? 'Cause you're not doing shit? I literally asked him if he wanted a fucking tissue for the ink on his hands. Because while he's up there playing officer, oh, I'm sorry, but do not a goddamn thing, Bill Roush. There's a difference between coulda, woulda, shoulda, politics, policies, position, oh my god, nothing gets done. And then the NCOs where the rubber hits the road, get the shit done. I don't care what. I do care. What do we have now? MacGyver the shit. If there doesn't seem to be any right decision, then get to the right decision. Okay, so in my really awesome building alone, 501 Slater's Lane, 22314, which really is a great building. I want their contrition to be using their HOA excessive funds to purchase a full, biggest as it gets apartment facing the water so it can act as a 24/7 purple combat boots suicide prevention outlet for veterans. So if there's any veteran out there that's going, fuck man, I'm having a tough night, dude, just roll up. Just knock. Door's always open. Because sometimes we just need somebody to sit with us and keep us from getting stuck in our own head. Because that's what actually changes shit. Wake up and smell the fucking coffee. Wake up and smell the world, Helen Keller. Mediocrity. Oh, well, I did this. Oh, well, my husband was that. And all the wonderful wives out there, I'm sorry, but you do not wear rank. You are an important part of the support unit. Support. And if Sally, whatever her last name is, actually had value and respect for her husband's position, then she would have respected, known, and understood the value of what it meant to help someone. All I wanted was to stop being sexually harassed. They could have fired him months ago. The only thing that stopped was the scheduler making a personal intervention of just refusing to put him on the schedule. If you want something done, you go to the NCO. Because I've never anyway. So I go down and ask, and apparently there's the HOA is the highest authority, which, wow, okay, fine. Then HOA, Sally, and Napoleon Marine, your names are going in the media as representatives for the HOA, and your act of contrition is to spend HOA funds on a top-of-the-line apartment to be given, actually, no, I want this before the 501c3, because I don't want you to be able to write it off your taxes. I want you to straight up fucking give an apartment that is to be used facing the water, because that is very calming, and it's good for mental health, man. It really is. And it's a beautiful view. It really is. The building is a wonderful place to be. Except for when yeah, how'd that work out for you? Guess what? Most people were actually willing to cave to such shit. And for 2 years I was. I'm not anymore. And to get ahead of this situation, because it is DC after all, and I am making this politics. Politics is in the behavioral psychology between two people or greater, not as in politics shit. I really don't give a fuck about that. I don't even watch news. I haven't even watched news in like over 2 years. Ah! People get so wrapped up in their bullshit and forget anything of real import. Well, guess what? My life matters. Every veteran life matters. Every life matters. So everyone just needs to start being socially responsible and taking care of their own shit so it doesn't spill out on everyone else. And if everybody did that, we'd be cool. And that's why I'm taking such an aggressive stance, because I will not permit transgression. Don't fucking transgress up on me, and I won't transgress up on you. And that was Sally's mistake. I said what I had to say, and I got up and left. She followed me. I told her this is the end of the conversation. She followed me. I said I was done talking. She followed me. I gave her 3 chances to stop. And then I rocked up on my toes and got right in her face and told her that she was dismissed, young lady. Now, because some people think age equates wisdom or experience, please stop being so fucking juvenile, young lady. Realize when you have made a mistake. Apologize, but I'll forgo that because that tends to get a little personal. But make contrition. If you fucking you abandon a veteran, an abused veteran with mental health issues recovering from my own murder, and I asked you for help and you did nothing for months. Okay? Your contrition is to cough up, I don't know, whatever amount of money it is. This building is 14 stories tall. That means they've got plenty of room and plenty of money to spare one of the big nice ones for veterans that actually need help when they just can't take it anymore. That is your act of contrition. That's what I want, so that I can turn your shitty behavior around to helping others. And it is only reasonable that you do so. So thank you. Because I know now that the media knows that You guys are in a deep hole, and I'm doing everything I can to keep you personally out of this, but still draw contrition from your action. It's only reasonable that you submit. It's only reasonable. It's good business. It costs less than the refacing of the building, because your PR, honey. This is DC, well, one stoplight. This is, the DC area, and public relations is everything. And a disabled veteran is an Achilles heel. And a disabled veteran that has a larger-than-life personality and, what do I say? Let's just say lots of education and experience in making things happen efficiently. Yeah. I have violated no law. I have crossed no line. I haven't even morally transgressed. I have the high ground on every count. All I'm asking is for you to do the right thing. Have a good day.